let me show you the seeds I have collected. So these are rocket salad seeds, and these are radishes. I will peel them, and what I'll do, I'll show you what I'll do with them. I will leave them in a small container so they can dry. They should be dry, but just so we don't put them wet. So as I told you, I've never in the past done any radishes, so I wasn't even sure what kind the seeds are. I'll just bring it nearer. Can you see? I know the seeds when I put them in the ground first time, but I wasn't sure how a radish will create seeds. Look at them. But I decided to leave 5 radishes, I think I left. And when they grew, they flowered. And they had these little pots, but they're quite a lot. There were so many flowers, so you can see from one of these pots I had 6, but there were lots of pots on the plant. I don't like that one. So because it was rainy, I feel this one's a little bit moldy, so I won't put them. Normally you need to collect it when all it's dry, but as we live in blessed England, we have plenty of rain, and sometimes you're just about to go and collect and it starts raining. So this one look okay, so I'll put them in. And from one of these seeds we'll have a radish. Unfortunately, I don't know how to recognize which are male and which are female, as some of them did not come up as a nice radish. But if you leave one of the radish for seed, you'll have more than enough, plenty seeds. So they're kind of hiding in the corners. You just put, maybe okay, this one. They just look different color. Okay, I'll put them in. So I'll continue doing that, and then we'll leave them in the pot and we will sow them next year. And this is what my granny used to do. She would always have her own seeds. And if she liked some new variety, then she would go and buy, or her friend will give her. But this is how we can grow our own seeds. I'll meet you at the end when I fill the pot. Fill the pot. I don't think I will fill the pot. until I finish what I got. There is plenty more which left in the garden, but they are all green. And this one was green, but I decided to bring it and see, would it ripen up here? But I left it on the plant, and then when they're ready I'll collect them. So this is just a fraction of the seeds I've collected. It's a very tiny fraction. What I will do when I collect the rest, I'll put them together. Can you see they are some little bit greenish? I think they need to dry, so they will stay here until they dry. And when I'm happy that all the seeds are nice and dry, I'll put them in a paper bag and write radishes, and then I would advise you to put all of the paper back in a tight container, so no air can go into it and no bugs can get into it, just to be protective. Or a zip bag would do the job as well. Look at them, so many radishes. And these are the rocket salad seeds, and they are absolutely tiny. They are so tiny. Let me show you. Oh, can you see a little bug is there? Or is it not? Yeah, something is moving. Oh no. I don't want any of them to eat my seed. So these ones, they're so tiny. Can you see them here, how they're? So you may need help of a needle. Oh no, actually you can just go like, goodness, do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, oops, little knits when children have. Ooh. They're as tiny as them, and it's, I know, it's life. When the children were at school, they had it twice, I think. I did hate it. So this one, I feel something is eating them, so I'm going to throw it away. So I'm just looking through this. I thought collected more, but there. Actually didn't leave many of the rocket to have seeds, as any fruit or veggie, if you leave them to seed, they stop producing. I did mention to you that we managed to miss them. Look at this one. But there will be plenty of seeds for next year. This is a full one, let's see. Can you see they're like in a little membrane? They're so tiny. And I thought that the carrot seed were very small. Probably these are smaller than a carrot seed. But if you can just imagine, only from these tiny seeds, a plant of rocket salad is coming. And look at that. I would recommend, if you do have a garden, or even if you don't have a space for a garden, you can try and plant and see, and leave one of it to seed so you can experience what the seeds are. It's quite nice. I like counting. I'm not going to count these seeds, but I wanted to see, which I didn't do this year because of the tomatoes weren't they didn't last until the end. So I was going to see how many roughly tomatoes are coming out from one plant. Because when we had the actual seeds from a small plum tomato, we had 50 seeds, which is equal to 50 plants, only from one small tomato. And the cherry tomato, they had nearly 100 seeds. So this industry can thrive to produce seeds, because when you plant, from one plant you have so much fruit multiplied by so many seeds in a fruit. It's amazing. Look at that. So I'll do the same with that. I will put it in I don't have very little container, but in a container, and leave it to dry. and then I'll transfer it to the paper, little paper bag. I make my own paper bag, like fold it and then stick it with the sellotape, and we'll write rocket salad. And I'm expecting a nice rocket salad for next year. Look at that. There was a little bit more of the seeds, but I didn't expect all of them to burst out, so I try and collect it, but some of it, I heard it falling on the floor at the garden, but it doesn't matter. And the last time I cut them with scissors, so I don't touch them and unnecessarily knock the seeds. Okay, there will be more seeding coming to show you what other seeds we have collected. But these are the two for now. I have this big pot which I'm sure I will not fill up. So these are our rocket seeds, rocket salad seeds. Okay, I'm back again. I thought I had some more collected seeds, and what I've done, I put the rubbish from I'm just trying to rescue them. Oh, the rubbish from the radishes, I put it over the top of the rocket salad. Okay, so this is how they look. This one I managed to cut them with scissors, so they came all nicely. But what I need to do now is just split them. So not that I'm going to fill up the pot, but there will be more seeds. So this is our first crop. We already had probably 3 raspberries. Now let's see them, how many there are. They're small, but it's the kind of the first crop for this little plant. This one was wasted, but it's alright. And here they are. These are our radish seeds. These are the pots. But I just want to show you something. I was waiting for them to go dry like this to pick them up. But we had so much rain, they couldn't go dry, so at the end we went. That's why some of them are in this shape. Can you see inside? There's still lots left, couldn't go dry, they were still green. So I picked this up, but what I've noticed, as it was too wet, can you see that the seed in the pot started growing because it was so moistured? I was like, why is this growing? So this was actually from this seed, you can see it. So I just picked them up and brought them home to dry. I'm not sure, I think they're okay seeds. Some of them look like a little bit molded because of the rain, so I will not collect this one. They look quite moldy. These were the few which I collected before. I'll add them all up and see whatever comes. But this is how they grow. They grow in little pots, and we leave the pots to dry, and then we collect the actual seeds. Can you see they're already inside with the plant? The red and the white onion seeds, which I just collected, they weren't dry, but I picked the flowers up and I let them dry. Otherwise it would have happened the same way, like with this seeds. When my granny used to do it, as it's very dry and sunny in Bulgaria, they completely dry outside and then you pick them up. But here I suppose we need to adjust to the weather, and it's okay to pick it up beforehand and let it dry. I will not collect this one.